Slightly Unblended, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today I am trying out some shades from the About Face Saturation Nation collection, and I did this look. So if you'd like to see how I got it, then just keep on watching. I am so excited. I am blown away. I'm just at a loss of words right now, but I wanted to do a super fun look with the Saturation Nation collection from About Face Beauty. This showed up and I sat and I cried and I just was blown away. But I'm gonna go ahead and start a look. I have been trying to think of something that I can like do and like have fun with and use a lot of color. My best friend Slay with Desiree was like, try something tie-dye, and I was like, that sounds like fun, let's give it a go. Alright, let me try this again. The other day I had like, I was so busy and there was a lot going on and I didn't have as much time as I thought that I had to film. So I am just going to start off with the primary colors from the Saturation Nation collection, and I'm going to do a little tie-dye moment. I had to play around with it because I haven't really played with a cream eyeshadow before. So this has just been a learning experience and I've been having a lot of fun just playing around with them. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the matte fluid eye paint in Blue Monday, and what I'm going to do is take it and I'm going to wing it out. I'm going to use this as a base. I did use my Drawer Cosmetics Clean Canvas in Fair, but I'm just going to wing it out, and it's going to be a little bit messy, but that's okay. I'm going to take it and just kind of start a circular shape. My friend Slay with Desiree gave me the idea to try a tie-dye look, and I loved it because I haven't done a tie-dye look since June of last year. So I was like, yeah, that sounds awesome. I mean, I have like every color that I feel like I would need, so that would be fun. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Doe Color number 10 brush and I'm just going to kind of pat it down and wing it just a little bit and kind of get that circular shape here, a little rounded. And I'm so excited to play around with these more because I feel like they're budge proof. Like I could see these being perfect for concert looks or any kind of going out and you need your makeup to stay set. Amazing for that. So I have this down. Now I'm going to take the shade, it's Blitz, this beautiful yellow, and I'm just going to pop a little bit of it right here and round it about like that. And I'm going to take my brush. Let's see, which brush am I going to use for this? I'm just going to take the same brush, but I'm going to make sure that I have it cleaned off. And I'm just going to pat them together, get them blended. That way we can have a base for our green to make the green be true to its green self. And I'm just going to pat this on. Now they do kind of dry down fairly quick. It's enough time that if you know what you're doing, I feel like it's not too fast, but I will admit that I don't quite know exactly what I'm doing, but I feel like that's the fun of it. And for the center, I'm going to take the shade Scream of Consciousness. It is a beautiful red shade, very dark red, true red, but dark pigmented. Just look at that. So I'm going to take that same brush, I'm going to clean it off, and I'm going to kind of blend it with the yellow. That way it gets the orange, because I am going to take my Makeup of Murder Poison Neon pigments to go over this to really set it in place. But I'm just going to create the circle of the center of the tie-dye. About like that. And then I'm just going to take some more of Blue Monday, and I'm going to do a little creation over here on this inner corner. So I'm just going to take it and kind of extend that inner corner and bring that up about like that. And I am going to take a little bit more of its blitz to kind of blend it, but I am going to take my brush to get this set evenly, blended evenly before it dries down. Add a tiny bit more of its blitz. Oh! Okay, we can still make that work. I'm just gonna pop that there. Blooper reel. Let me try to get that off of my... There we go. It's alright. So I'm just gonna blend that. I'm gonna take this Makeup of Murder purple pigment and start to apply it on the outer bit of this blue. For this, I'm using my dough color number 12 brush. And I'm just patting this down. I'm just doing little patting motions here. If I can find my black light, I'll show how these pigments are UV under it, but I don't quite know if I know where it's at. Hey, real quick voiceover. I'm taking my blue pigment for Makeup of Murder, the Poison Neon, and I'm just applying it to the blue base and blending it with the purple. Also, sorry for the voiceover. I had a phone call and I was like talking and that was on speakerphone, so that's kind of why I'm talking here now. But I'm just blending these two shades together, getting that pigment nice and built up, and just look at how dreamy that blue is. Now I'm going to work my way into the green and blend it with the blue and blend it around the yellow and get a nice little tie-dye start. So I'm just doing patting motions, and a little bit of these pigments do go a long way. Now I'm going to work with the yellow and the red. There was bits of this that I didn't get because my camera did cut off. So I'm taking the red and placing it into the center. Now I'm going to take the pastel orange and I'm going to blend that out so it's a nice ingredient blend. I find working with red, orange, and yellow to be slightly difficult, but that's just me. I kind of suck with it. But I'm going to go back into the red and touch it up and just do patting motions and little baby blends. Going back into that yellow, I'm just touching it up, making sure that it's nice and blended and just that punch of neon. Alright, so sorry about that being a voiceover. I had a phone call and I have to work fast with these because they're drying down, but I've taken these pigments and I've blended them together. Now I'm going to take the green pigment and pop a little bit of it on towards the inner corner of my eye right here and just pat it down. Get it kind of on the blue just a little bit. And then I'm going to take the blue pigment, pop it on. I'm going to do a little blenderoo here. And work on blending it. And for this inner corner area, I'm just going to take some of the purple, and I almost made a mess. But for the purple, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a smaller brush. Well, I'll just use this brush right here. This is the number 12. I think I've been using this one. But I'm just going to take it and get the pigment. See, what you do with the pigment is like, you keep it, you put the cork in tight, and then you can just kind of like shake it, and then you pull it out, and then you have your pigment on it, and you touch it to your brush to it, and then you apply it and blend it. I love Makeup and Murder. I also love About Face because he's like, this is just a moment. But I had used About Face's products before. The lipsticks are amazing. The Light Lock highlight fluid, I have the shade Last Goodnight, no, Fight or Flight, because Last Goodnight is the lipstick that I love. So this is just like an amazing highlighter. I actually will apply my primer and then let it set, and I'll apply that, and then I'll put my base on, and I still look glowy. So if you wanted that lit from within glow, you can use their highlighter underneath your foundation, and it looks amazing. Okay, so right now, looks a little messy, right? Well, I'm just gonna take a tiny bit more of this blue, and this is really like the first time I think that I've actually gotten to do like a really fun look using this blue pigment, and it's beautiful. Just the way that it looks over Blue Monday is just amazing. Okay, now they're nice and blended. I'm gonna take some micellar water on a Q-tip and just clean it up because it is very messy. And I'm gonna add some gems once I have it clean, and we're gonna have a little euphoria moment. So we're just gonna clean it up and clean it up. Now these can be with the eye paints. They are very much like, once they're down, they are down. So cleaning up, like the removing process at the end of the day, I've noticed that I need to let some micellar water soak on my eye and then go in with, I double cleanse, so I use a makeup removing balm and that gets it. But like I said, if you need your eyeshadow to stay all day, About Face is what I definitely recommend. So when I add my gems, I'll probably just do it until my camera cuts off, or I might just do a few and then to show you how I do them, and then just like do the rest of my face and come back, because it's quite time consuming and it's very repetitive. So you just take your micellar water on your Q-tip and clean it up, and you're good to go. So I need to angle this up just a hair more. Alright, I am going to take a tiny bit more of this purple. I'm going to take my Melt 523 brush. Yes, 523. How did I forget? I use it all the time. But I'm going to take it with a little more of that purple and just kind of add a little bit more. And blend these together. And I'm going to just go ahead and use my dough color number 12 brush again to add a little bit more. So to start my gem moment, I'm going to take this BH Cosmetics Get Stoned applicator tool and eyelash glue. And I'm just going to get the glue onto the part that's the metal bit. I'm going to get a good bit of it, and I'm going to trace out where I want to place the stones. And I'm just going to do it in sections. So now I'm going to take my rhinestones here. I'm going to go into number 8. Because they are a size up from the smallest ones, and just start to apply them. So I'm just going to do a few and then finish the rest off camera, but I wanted to show you just how I do it. So I use the waxy bit. I know I'm looking down, I'm trying to get some out so I don't have to keep going back in and trying to make them come out the way that they need to. But I take it on this waxy bit here and I just stamp it down and try to get them as even as possible with the other side. So I don't know, I just am obsessed with adding rhinestones to a look. It makes it that little pop of extra. I also did I did a mini tutorial and I had a post on Instagram. It was like pastel, blue, purple, and pink, and then I used like pearls. Let me see, I think I have, yeah, I have one right here. I'll show you. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but they're this beautiful, it's this beautiful like cotton candy color story of purple, like iridescent purple, pink, and blue. I don't think it's picking up, but if you would like a tutorial on that look, I can do one, because the most time consuming bit of that look was the gem placement, because I did a lot of gems and some pearls. And for the rest of the gems, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the glue and I'm just going to continue to trace out the shape that I want for the rhinestones and just add them on. Okay, so I'm going to go finish this and do the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the finished look. For my lower lash line, I just added some of the white base that is the shade White Noise. And then I packed on the Makeup of Murder Neon Pigments. And for my waterline, I used the About Face Pearly Shadow Stick in the shade Inferno. I got this out of an Ipsy thing, but I was like, well, since I'm using mainly About Face products, let's use that. For the lips, I used the shade Serrated Bite from the Saturation Nation collection and the lip liner to match it, and it is the shade Sound the Alarm. And I tried to put a little bit of Last Goodnight in the center, and it wasn't really doing what I wanted, so I just decided a full red lip was good to go. And for my lashes, I used the Kiss Lash Couture lashes in the style Matte Velvet. I feel like they add a nice little pop of drama to a look that was already pretty dramatic, but that's my favorite thing about makeup, is I could just be extra and it's art, and I'm gonna wear it out because why not? And I thought that just doing like an inner corner rhinestone situation would pull together well with the rhinestones on top that were just kind of like stenciling out the shades. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know. Alright, let me know what you'd like to see next down below. I want to thank you so much for watching. It really means the world to me. I want to thank you so much for 600 subscribers. I'm so excited. Thank you. And if you'd like to keep up with my awkward face and shenanigans while I'm not here on YouTube, I'll have all of my social medias linked in the description box below. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that. Just in case you want to keep up with me on any other day that's not a Sunday or whenever you're watching this now. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I'll see you in the next one. Bye!